think that's live. I hope so. If anyone can just drop us a comment, let us know the sound's working. That'd be excellent. It looks like it's working. It's picking the microphone up. So just need one of you guys to confirm. I know the stream is always like 30 seconds. Like from where I am right now, it's like a 30 seconds delay until you guys get it. So I've just got to do the awkward thing of filling in 30 seconds, waiting for someone to confirm it. But yeah, I'll just sit here and wait. But yeah, I mean, it's just a Saturday, not much to do. Watch the football. Best team in the world once again, won again. Premier League incoming. Not much else to do though, to be fair. Hey, there we go. I see the questions coming in. I've got a lot of highs. I hope those are highs and the sound works. I'm going to take it that the sound works. We'll go over it. It'll be interesting to see how many people get. Like normally we get about like 100 to 200 viewers. So I wonder how many viewers we can get on a Saturday night. I don't know if everyone's going to be too busy like watching the Mass Singer. I don't even know what time it's on. I just know it's on Saturday. Is that index Saturday night takeaway starting again anytime soon? I'm sure I saw that advertised the other day. It's crazy how quick that comes around. Had Gundogan as my captain. Nice. I've actually only just put him into my fantasy football team about I think last week. So he got me the points from the Liverpool game, and he got me some points from today for the Tottenham game. I'm not doing too bad. We've actually got a JKR Invest in Fantasy Football League, so and I'm not doing actually well in it. Good job I don't make YouTube videos about fantasy football because I won't have that many likes and many people watching. Hey, we've got some good questions coming in. Let's have a look. Let's go through some of these questions. Oh man, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons tonight. And honestly, I am drinking cups of tea tonight. Like, had like a work Zoom thing last night. Definitely just drinking cup of teas tonight. The work Zoom got a bit out of hand last night. Hold or sell Huye. Personally, for me, I want to hold Huye. Like I did the video the other day about it. Like Huye has so much potential still from here. Like you look at the valuation of Huye compared to Bilibili, and sure, Bilibili is always going to be like a greater growth than what Huye is, or a higher price valuation because it's got more growth. But what Huye has in the valuation is I still think Huye can be, probably at least a $40 stock, but towards a $60 stock would be about right. So yeah. Ultimate United back in. Least I can do, bro. Up 50% on here and 80% on skills on your recommendation. Thanks. Thank you so much for the donation. It's good to have you on the Patreon as well, man. But yeah, obviously make sure you're still doing all your own research into them companies. But yeah, congrats. I mean, Huye is a great company, and I think you're only up 50%, but literally over the next 2 or 3 years, I'm sure that 50% is going to turn to 100, 200, 300%. And skills, man, what a crazy run. Like, I love skills. I love it. The last thing I want to hear is skills being bought out. If skills is bought out by EA, I will now cry because that is like my pride and joy. So let's not hope it happens. But cheers, man. Hi, Dave. How are you doing? I'm not sure what you mean about. Oh, is that about fantasy football? I wonder what you were on about when you said you were rank 2,500. I was like, what are you on about? And I was like, oh, fantasy football. Slow picking it up. Sarah says Ehang is where it's at. Man, Ehang is absolutely nuts. Let's have a. I don't even know what is Ehang doing now. $124. I mean, I got in at I think I originally bought like 70 something, and then I averaged up. My average is now like $80. And I know I'm up like I think it's like 50%. I think I'm up. Let me just work this out. I can work this out through Google. Yeah, I'm just over 50% up on Ehang at the moment. It's crazy. I'm kind of gutted because it's going up a loads, but I'm also at the point of like, I don't want it to go up too much because I would like to buy more. I mean, it's like a 6 billion valuation now, so it is quite a decent valuation. So I don't know how much Ehang's going to go up, but yeah, it's had a crazy few days. It's a great company though. It's a great company. But this is what I'm saying. Ehang is literally a 6 billion valuation company, but it could even be more than that. Like, if you actually think that if they could control like the future of drones, like the valuation on that one's easy 100 billion, easy 100 billion. It could be even more than that. We could be talking EHang $1 trillion company, which is scary. Like, I'm just so happy to just put some money in there and lock it away for the next 5 years, because if they do come that $1 trillion company, I'd be like, there we go. I'm just, you're set for life, aren't you, buying at these sort of valuations? I mean, there's a good chance it doesn't get to that sort of thing, but I think he hangs, for paying up for a 6 billion company when it could be like $1 trillion company. I'm just really happy to like just take that punt and see what happens. I mean, we're seeing other companies that have like no product and no revenue at like 20 billion valuations, and the most they're going to do is get to like a 40 billion valuation, whereas EHang's like half the value of them, and EHang is potentially a future $1 trillion company, and it's just, yeah, it's nuts. I love it. This is like I should rename this a stock Q&A and also fantasy football chat. LOL Rasta says, if I'd never heard of that. Pay sign. Is that how you say it? I swear I never heard of this company. You're down 40%. Let me have a look. Symbol PAYS. Oh, yeah, that has fallen off a cliff, hasn't it, a little bit? It's been on a nasty downtrend as well. I mean, I look at that company and go like, why have you got into it? Like, what are your reasons for it going up when you bought it? And if they still exist, like, still hold it, but just like look back and think about what were your reasons for buying that company and why the share price will go up. If they still stand, then I would still carry on owning that stock and averaging. But if you just totally realize like, oh crap, like the revenue is actually not going to go up, the profit's not going to go up, management aren't that good, like maybe then that would be the time to sell out of it. But normally when I buy companies and they go down, I normally love it because I love buying into it and averaging into it. So for me, that would be an ideal situation if I love the company, but I don't know the company that well, to be fair. So I can't give you too much information on it, but hopefully that helps. BM365. It's good that you stopped because I actually think you were going to end up getting a lot of hate at some point. So I think it was probably the right time you stopped, to be fair. Where am I at? My comments aren't loading that well. Ultimate United back at it again. If CCIV was confirmed, I don't know the company in and out. I know that it's in the talks of merging with the EV company that I can't remember the name, but begins with an L. Just escaped me. Lucid Motors, is it? Personally, for me, like SPAC stocks, especially EV ones, go on this like little bit where they get hyped up before the announcement, and then when the announcement actually happens, they tend to go down. So definitely for me right now, on the history of SPACs, I would definitely not be getting involved into it. And as a company, from me, like if I was looking at it like a point of view, is it like its skills? Is it Tattoo Chef? I don't like CCIV or Lucid Motors. From what I've seen, like a Tattoo Chef or Skills, like I think it's just another company where they've kind of got no product at the moment, and they're kind of like, hey, we're going to have this amazing product in 2 years. But I don't like investing in companies that have like say, hey, we're going to be amazing in 2 years. I like seeing companies that are actually doing a couple of things right now. Because at the end of the day, I could say like, yeah, I'm going to bring out an EV car in 2 years' time that's going to be like even better than the Tesla Model 3. And if you want to, sometimes it can fly in the air for about 60 minutes. Anyone can do them sort of things and come out with statements that what they're going to do in the future. But I think for me, I've got to look at a company and they've got to have some proven track record of like, hey, look, we are successful. And that's what stood out to me with Tattoo Chef. Like Tattoo Chef were like, hey, our sales have been growing at 100% rate every year. And this is before like it's been a SPAC stock, the new partnerships we have. And that's why I love Tattoo Chef and that's why I bought it. Like Skills, I looked at Skills. They were very similar. Like, look, we've been growing revenue at 100% rate before going public. and that's why I bought into it. So yeah, that's if I'm looking to get into a SPAC, those are like key signs I look for, rather than just like, hey, we're going to have a really good EV car in 2 years. I might have just totally slated Lucid Motors off, and they might actually have a decent product, or they might have had some decent sales, but that's from just what I can remember. So I don't know if it's all correct, but yeah, that's just a key point of what I look into. KWPT, Hodgy Bear. I've never heard of that. Matt Freeman says, "What's my favorite recovery stock, excluding Holiday Ball and Jet2?" Greg's. Jordan asks, "What's my percentage of overall wealth in the stock market?" I could not tell you off the top of my head. Obviously, properties are quite more expensive, but I guess you've got mortgages against them, so I don't know. I don't know, maybe 30%. I would guess. I'd have to get a pen and paper and work it out to give you a good idea. To be fair, but yeah. HMCM, I don't know the company in and out. I know it's like the new hot penny stock, and I probably will not be buying it. What's going on with you? Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe everyone's just realised how good of a company it is. I mean, what is Huya up now? It's all crazy amounts. Like, I think since December, round about December, it got dragged down with all like the Alibaba stuff and everything like that. And the stock's up 8% since then. New 52-week highs. I mean, people are pointing down to like institutions like buying stuff, but I think there's something else going on that we don't know about yet. TPD Investing, how are you doing? Asking about AEG. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember that. Is that an insurance company? Let me have a quick look. I don't like doing too many to looking into stocks because it makes me go quiet because I end up reading things and I'm like concentrating, and then you guys get a little bit bored. So I don't like searching into too many companies I don't know about because it gets a bit boring. Just off the top of my head, it probably wouldn't be something I get into just because it's an energy stock. I don't tend to buy energy stocks, so I can tell you right now it won't be something that interests me. So yeah, it's not really a sector I go into. John asked if I'm buying Marjet 2. I bought Marjet 2 like 3 weeks ago. After that, probably not. I'm quite happy with my position. Yeah, Savvy, I saw that earlier. Yeah, I think they need is it like 2/3 of the vote? So yeah, it'd be hard when I think it's about 50-50 at the moment, isn't it? That holds the Senate. Toby asks why he get over Doyu. Oh, you're asking a question like I would have known the answer to about 6 months ago. And now you're like testing, trying to remember. Off the top of my head, I think Huye has better growth. I think that also Huye, apart from having the better growth, and I think it was having more like users come to its platform. So I think that's why I went for Huye. I think they've got more user growth and more revenue growth. So I think that's why I chose Huye over Doyu. But you're asking a question that I did look into both companies 6 months ago, and I did go Huye over Doyu. And I think those were the reasons why. But like I say, you're asking me something from about 6 months ago, so I've kind of forgot. What's my max price if I had to average up from Gang next 3 or 4 months? I like Gang probably below $23. That's normally the point I like it. I think that puts it around like a 700 million market cap. Yeah, something like that. I think 1 billion market cap's a little bit expensive. But yeah, it'd be interesting when we get Coolbet and Gang to like merge together, when they have all that going, like that'd be pretty cool to find out. But yeah. Best trading platform in the UK. I used to say Trading 212, but I've had a few problems with them recently. I don't like some of the things they're doing at the moment. So personally, I would say Freetrade. Um, Tom H, has any plans on selling out of National Express? Not at the moment. I think National Express still has a lot more upside. And the other thing as well is if I do sell National Express, I'm like, what am I going to invest it in? Like that average that I have on National Express, like I'll never get that average again in National Express. So that's something I've got to think about. And also, like if I did sell my National Express shares, what else am I going to buy? Like probably nothing, and I don't have any more cash. And also, when National Express, it's a great company. Like you look at what they were doing pre-COVID, and like they were smashing it. So I think, especially like some of the new deals that they've got in as well. Like I think that they'll carry on smashing it. So I've generally got. I can't see myself seeing National Express for at least another 2 years. So put it that way. Givo and Supply Me, two companies I've not looked into properly. LOL Rusted, Huya is on the invest count on Trading 212. So if you're using your ISA, you won't be able to find it because Huya can't go into ISAs because it's an ADR. So you need to go onto your Trading 212 invest count and it'll be there. It's the same with a lot of like Chinese companies. You can't put ADRs in your ISA. The reason why there's no light shade, Jack, is because it ruins my filming. If I have a light shade on, it looks like I would need a night vision camera to do my stock market videos. It's a good question. um, Mar- Marion, I hope I said that right. Um, the sectors that I normally go into are sectors that I know myself, companies I know, have good knowledge in, and I normally like to focus around technology. Those are the sectors I like to go into. I've not looked into that company, Rookie. Yeah, I noticed Jet2 are doing some share issue. They must be kind of planning like a sign of good management is like raise capital when you can, not when you have to. And for Jet2 must be thinking ahead and going like, we could lose our summer here. So let's do a share raise now, which is exactly what a great management should do. Like the worst thing you can do is like raising money when you're like, oh crap, we need to raise money, otherwise we're going to go bankrupt. Because then you're getting interest rates at like 13%. Whereas if you like, raise capital when you don't really need to because you plan ahead, that's always the best time to do it. So it's if they're thinking now like we could not have a great summer here, we probably need to get some cash in case we lose our summer trade once again. So it's not a crazy decision from Jet2. In fact, it's just a sign of how good the lockdown is. So yeah. James, for me, Rolls Royce is still not a buy. It still needs to develop a little bit for me. Like most of their income relies on like travel. So until you see like a little bit of like travel come back, I just wouldn't touch it. I just would not touch the company. Darren Roberts asked about any book recommendations to learn about the stock market. I think One Up on Wall Street is definitely one that you need to read. Intelligent Investor is a good one. It's a little bit dated, but the information in there is still quality. Do I think Shopify will drop after earnings? No, I think it probably will go up after earnings, but you never know. It's been on a good run. A stock going on a good run into earnings is always risky. So, yeah, it could go the other way, but I mean, Q4, online e-commerce, Christmas shopping, I just can't see it doing terrible. Richard, it would all depend on how long I think the stock's going to be. Like if there's a snap drop in a stock and I'm like, whoa, that's like gold dust, I'm going to buy it. Like if it's easy money, I'll go in really heavy. If it's something like, oh, it's downtrending, I'll definitely average in. It all depends on the situation. Um, I'm really sorry. I think I'm like a mile behind on the questions here. uh, Ultimate United says, thank you as well for the £2 donation, man. Um, I got 8 companies in a portfolio. Is that too much? It depends how much your portfolio is, like your value of it. But 8 companies sounds about right. If you've got under £5,000 or $5,000, I would say that 8 companies is perfect. If I would say even up to 10,000, if you start getting above 10,000, you might want to go up to, if you're going like 10,000 to 20,000, you might want to go to 9 or 10. If you get into 20 to 30,000, maybe go up to 12. So hopefully, I mean, if your portfolio is in there, hopefully that answers the question. If it's even more than that, I'll try to give you a bit more detailed answer. But it's hard to say how much. And I think you're quite new into investing, I think. So I reckon you're probably somewhere around the 10,000 mark. So or 10,000 or below. So yeah, 8 companies is fine if that's the case. Right, I'm gonna catch up on some of these questions. I'm sorry, I'm way far behind. How many we got? 122. We've been going 21 minutes already. That's crazy. Time goes so quick on these live streams. I actually really enjoy these live streams. We've got 120 people in and 23 likes. That likes could go up a little bit. Right, sorry. M Knight says, still in on Card Factory, how the financials put you off? Yeah, I mean, Card Factory is by far like the riskiest play I have at the moment. Like it's 50-50 whether or not they make it through. It would be crazy to me that if they don't get lent the money. It's absolutely crazy if they don't get the money lent to me. It's a fact that it could happen though, but it'd be crazy. But the thing is, if Card Factory do get lent the money for the next kind of couple of months, they will see it through to the other side, and then the share price will go up 4 or 5x from here, 100% sure. So it's just a 50-50 shot, really. Ben asks about Hotel Chocolate. This one is actually one that I've been catching my eye a little bit. I've just been debating. I'm just like, I don't know what it is about Hotel Chocolate, but there's something just not getting me across the line at the moment. I don't know if it's because it's high street. But yeah, it's one that I've been looking into. I'm not 100% sure really. It's one I'm thinking about. Put it that way. Paul says, do you think it's worth diversifying into crypto? And are you aware what tax implications crypto will have? Is it better better than stocks? I still have Greg since you told me to buy. Well, always make sure you do your own research, because if Greg's went down, you'd be blaming me. You've always got to have that confidence in your own company, in your companies, from your own research. Crypto is something I don't touch, just because there's 2 reasons. So I don't like crypto because I like to think I'm okay at stock market investing. Like historically, I've had good returns from the stock market every year, and learning crypto is like a brand new ball game. And I'm not bothered about learning something new when I'm already pretty good at what I'm doing, and I don't want to move out there and learn a brand new game. And I'm happy with that. I might miss out on some amazing opportunities, but I'm happy with what I'm doing right now. There's no point in me focusing on something else and concentrating on something else when I'm happy with what I do in the stock market. So from that point of view, like from that reason, that's one thing. And the other thing about crypto that makes me nervous is back in whenever like the last Bitcoin like hype happened, which I think it was 2017 or 2018. Bitcoin, like, I don't know, like 5x or something out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden, Bitcoin fell off a cliff. And then whenever that was, like 2018, I think it might have been, Bitcoin literally hasn't done anything for 2 years. And then all of a sudden, Bitcoin's gone back up 5x from where it was at. So is that just like naturally like, hey, Bitcoin's popular, or is there so much hype involved in there? And I'm just like, I see the benefits of crypto, I see the benefits of Bitcoin, but realistically, from a valuation point of view, what has Bitcoin just, I say this about a lot of like companies that go up so quickly as well. Tell me something why that has deserved to go up as much as it has done, or is that just pure hype? And I think it's just pure hype. So there's them two reasons as well. Nokia, Jeremy said a goodbye. Where is where it is? What do you think? Um, I've not looked into the company that well, so I can't give you too much opinion on it. Jamshed about Ehang. If I were you, I would just buy a little bit of a position. If it carries on going up crazy, then hey, you're involved in the party. If it goes down from here, which I feel like it's definitely due a pullback, then then you can average in. So that's what I would say. That was my game plan going into it. I just kind of like bought Ehang. If it carries on going up, I'm involved in it. If it craters from where I buy, I'll just average in. But it worked out that it's just gone up crazy from there. So yeah. Um, Aaron says, do you think it's risky to be in Shopify considering the value of its stock? I fear for you on that one. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know why you fear on Shopify. You'll have to let me know what's your red flag on that. I mean the company's now profitable, the revenue's going up crazy amounts. The balance sheet's amazing. You'll have to let me know what kind of red flag you're picking up on that one. Um, with GNOG, my things with good. The things with GNOG is that I really like the company and I like where it's going. I like the revenue growth, I like the profit growth. I just can't get over the balance sheet and management. Like the management makes me so nervous. Um, and the balance sheet, the balance sheet's not too bad. It's the balance sheet's okay. It's just the balance sheet with the management that makes me nervous, and that's why I just can't get over the line. Oh, we've got Scott in the chat. Scott always comments on the video. Definitely giving you a shout out, Scott. Uh, Aaron says about the valuation. The problem is with that, Aaron, I thought very similar. I was like, the valuation is pretty rich, but I've been thinking the valuation on Shopify has been rich since it was like a $200 stock. And at some point, you've got to start. I started, instead of working out on like the valuation of what it is right now, I started working Shopify out on the valuation of what it will be in like 3 or 4 years' time. And I was like, generally, this is like the closest competitor to Amazon. And it's at like 100 billion market cap. And when you start working out the revenue and the profit of 3 or 4 years' time, I was like, this company is going to be an absolute beast. So yeah, I mean, I was quite happy to take the punt. I do agree. If you work the valuation right now on Shopify out, it is it is quite overvalued. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to like consider future growth rather than what it is right now. Is that funny enough? Shopify is like the first company I've ever bought, which the valuation right now makes no sense to me, but the valuation like in a few years' time, um, actually really does. So yeah. Need advice. I'm up 250% with ZOM. Not sure to wait or run. They have a product announcement end of March. I'm not sure. I don't know the company that well. Work out the revenue growth, work out the market cap, what potential you think it has. Depends how much upside you think they've got from here. Um, yeah, I don't know the company that well, so I don't like giving feedback on companies I don't know. Thoughts on Corsair? I think it's okay. Um, I think Turtle Beach is far the better stock than Corsair. Corsair trades at a rich valuation for only a company that grows at like 10% revenue growth, I think it is. It also doesn't have a great balance sheet. It also has a management team that want to basically took it public so they could sell the shares. They wanted to sell the company, no one would buy it. Um, so yeah, that's it. Yeah, Corsair's management makes me a bit nervous. The balance sheet makes me a bit nervous, and its valuation for its growth isn't great. I just think Turtle Beach is the standout player compared to Corsair. So yeah, MP Materials. I think I might have done, but I don't think I liked it. But I can't remember it that well. OZ O OZON. Never heard of that one. Baidu I like. I like Baidu. It's not my favorite play in the Chinese like sector or economy, but it is a good company. I would rate it a buy. Yeah, it does have a lot of potential. So yeah, I do like it. If you're still in it, I would potentially still hold them shares. Definitely. I know they've been on a good run. Yeah, a stimulus check probably would push the stock market higher. That's probably the next step up. But the realize you've got to start planning ahead now, and I'm like looking ahead. I'm thinking, well, at some point the Fed are going to start putting rates up. That's going to cause like the last time. If any of you guys were in the stock market when the Fed started putting the rates up, which I think Trump was in, and I know Powell and Trump started falling out about it, and the stock market started dipping a little bit when all that was going on. There was also the China trade war, I think, so it must have been like 2018, maybe 2018. Um, that could be the next thing that pushes the stock market down if the Fed want to start putting rates up. You've also got the other thing that Biden wants to put corporation tax on. I think what's corporation tax at the moment? Is it 18%? And Biden wants to put it to 28%, I think it is. So, that's a big raise. That's going to hurt companies' profit. That's going to hurt how much dividends to pay. So just start thinking about these things. I think the stimulus check could give it a push up in the near term. But I think in the long term, we start looking at the Fed and if Powell's going to put the rates up, I think we look at Biden and if he's going to put corporation tax up. Those could be two key factors that push this stock market down. So yeah, I'm seeing at the moment, 12 months out, I'm seeing more red flags than bull flags. Like I'm a little bit worried where the stock market's going to be in like 12 months. But I don't think that'll affect it just yet. I think that's like long down the road. I think those are few little things that might start showing up sometime soon. Uh, Let me in. It's World. I like Trading 212, but I've been put off them by them recently. So I would say Freetrade's a good one. I think Trading 212 have also stopped allowing people using the platform at the moment. So yeah, probably don't want to use that. Mainly because you can't get an account. So many stocks you have picked have done well. I doubt I doubted you never again. Well done, mate. Gang Hu, yeah. National Express, Tattooed Chef. I didn't listen. There you go. Hey, you're always in the stock market. You're always going to get one or two wrong. It's just about getting more right than what you get wrong, and you'll do really well. But yeah, I mean, some of the stocks over the last kind of 12 months have just been insane. It's been a good it's been a good year. It's been a good year. Aaron says, you say Facebook is your favorite stock. You also hit home on how important it is and kind of just went off before I could get to it. Something about management, I think it said. I mean, Zuckerberg's he's done a great job at Facebook, but the thing is, the media don't like him. There's just certain people the media don't like. Elon Musk was one of them, and now he's like the media's darling. Sometimes you just get hate, but the great management. Yeah, it generally don't. Facebook doesn't worry me, management wise. They've done a great job. You, I generally can't ever question a company that bought Instagram for like 5 billion. Is that how much they paid for it? How much did Facebook? How much did Facebook buy Instagram? No way. Okay, I take that back. Facebook did not buy Instagram for 5 billion. They bought it for 1 billion. Bloody hell. Facebook bought Instagram in 2012 for 1 billion. I am never going to question a management that bought probably what's going to be the biggest social media platform for 1 billion. I do not question their management. What type of stocks would you recommend I invest in first as a beginner? Penny stocks? No, man. Jeez. Do not buy penny stocks as your first stock. Please do not buy penny stocks as your first stock. Don't ask about Sumo Group. I've never heard of that. It's a UK company, apparently. Never heard of it. Oh, I like it. I like that it designs games. It could be my new glue. It's a valuation. It's about 600 million. I wonder what games it does. It doesn't say what games it develops. I'll have a look though. Let's have a look at these financials. I need a new company to replace my glue shares. It's profitable. It's growing profit and revenue at a really nice rate. That looks interesting. What's the balance sheet like? Oh, it's got a clean balance sheet as well. 10% owner stake. Nice. The biggest shareholder is. I've never heard of that. I've never heard whoever the biggest shareholder is. Good to see 10% own a stake. If 10% own a stake in a mobile gaming company, that's normally a really good sign. They're based in Doncaster in the UK. Apparently, it's a P ratio of 52. Is that correct? Wow, this actually looks really interesting. Sumo. I want to know what games they design. Did it say what games they design? Virtual tennis. I know that one. That's from ages ago though. What's the new ones? Hood and Outlaw Legends. Never heard of that. Sackboy. Don't think I've heard of that one. Is that off the Do they own like the Little Big Planet series? I know that one was quite popular. Is that what Sackboy is? It says here that they made Forza 2 in 2014, but they've never made any of the other ones since. That's weird. I wonder if they got the title bought off them or something for that one. I'll have a look into it though. This is an interesting company, this, especially for the valuation and growth. Yeah, it looks interesting. Might look into this one further. I don't know who suggested it now. I forgot who suggested it, but whoever suggested that one, it looks pretty good. Darren Roberts, I think it was you who suggested it. I'll have a look into it further. I'd be interested to know what other research you know about that company and if you own it as well. So drop me a message or something on Instagram or something. I've got a £5 donation from Troy. Thank you so much. Showing some love. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Thank you so much, Troy. Francis says, "What am I drinking? I'm just having a cup of tea, even though it's a bit cold now. Actually, there's only a bit left. I did like it. We did like a Zoom quiz for work last night, so I'm not having anything stronger than a tea tonight." Yeah, you know what? If I could show my screen, I would do. But on like the YouTube thing, there's when I do it from the normal thing, like I know there's programs that you can do which can show you screen. That's something that I would like to get at some point and show that. That'd be a good step up on the streams. Yeah, something I would like to do. I need to set it up. NNDM. Not looked into that one properly. Richard asked about Team 17. I know this company's getting a lot of attention at the moment, but for me, Team 17, valuation is just so crazy on it. I mean, the company is like a $1 billion company. Oh, the P ratio has actually dropped quite a bit on it. Yeah, I mean, the revenue's only growing at like 10% though. I mean, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a rich valuation still. It looks okay. I think it's just a bit of a rich valuation. I might look into it because last time I looked into Team 17, the P ratio was like over 100. I think I'm way far behind on I think I'm way far behind on the questions here. Sometimes it just gets really slow updating on the questions. NVDA, that's NVIDIA, I believe. It's a great company. I think it's probably been on a bit of a too good of a run, but I like it. You know, it is a good company. And if you get a big pullback on this one, it's definitely worth buying. Yeah, every so often NVIDIA can have a little bit of a dip. There was one dip it had in 2018, and the stock like half the price. Like I should have really bought back then. But yeah, if you've seen the video have a bit of a dip, it's definitely one worth considering. I do like it. Dazef says, what do I use to track my shares? I use an app called Stockmaster. So if you've got an iPhone, I'm sure there's probably an Android version saying that. If you've got an iPhone, App Store, search Stockmaster, and then you can create your watch lists on there, and then watch all your stocks. There's also a few few good little features, like there's some ratios on it, and I would try show you it, but I think whenever I do show you it, like the camera's just like horribly pixeled. Um, I'm gonna try do it. It might not work. Sometimes it struggles to zoom in. All right, let's see if this. So this is Stockmaster, and then you can kind of track all your stocks on it here. So that's like my watch list. But you can make, on here you can make different. Is it going to zoom in? I can't even see. It's not picking it up, is it? You picked it up a second ago. Ah, but yeah, on there there's like loads of different features that you can do on it. It's all free, by the way. And then if I wanted to click on a company and search a company, can it pick it up? It seems to pick it up when I go on these ones for some reason. So like I've just gone on Johnson and Johnson here. So on this app, you can see like the day range, 52-week highs. Here, where it's like you probably can't see it, but it's got like loads of ratios on it. So it tells me stuff like the P ratio. It tells me how much it's shorted. It tells me the dividend ratio. Um, Further down, it tells you the stock chart. There's other things like that. You can like talk to people on it as well. Like there's like a chat bit on it. But yeah, that one's called Stockmaster. It's free on the App Store. It's a great app. Yeah, that's what I use for like tracking all my stocks. But I also use it for a couple of other things because there's so many features on it for a free app as well. It's a good app. It's a really good app. I've lost where I am on questions. Here we are. CSTR. I have never heard of that company. Let me have a look. I've just searched it and there's not even a stock chart coming up for that. That either means it's either a SPAC stock or a very, very, very small company. Or it's a wrong ticker symbol. It could be that. Yeah, not coming up on that one. Thanks, Harry. Talked about HCMC earlier. Hamilton, I think I looked into a while ago, but there's something I didn't like about it. So yeah, I can't say much than that. I can't remember the company that well. ASTR. Is that what I just searched? Oh, CSTR, yeah. So it's an A instead of a C. So it's the tick symbol. I can tell you straight off the bat, I would not buy this company because it's A, therapeutics, an industry I don't invest in. B, because it's 100 million market cap, which is way too small of a company for me to invest in. So yeah, I don't like the industry and I don't like the size of the company straight off the bat. So yeah, without even looking at the financials, that's a dead one to me. Won't go past that point. Not heard of some of these companies. Eli's Gaming Tech. Might have heard of them to that one. Not sure. Nano Dimensions is not a company that I'm really interested in. I've never heard of that one as well. PRX, never heard of that. Steve says, do you know of another platform where you can buy Planet stock? And Trading 2 and 2 not take customers. Yeah, because I think Trading 2 and 2 was the only one that did do it, because you had to go on the invest count to buy Planet 13. Someone once told me that because Trading 2 and 2 get their stocks and everything and prices through interactive brokers. So I think someone once told me that you can get Planet 13 on interactive brokers. And I've said that to a few people, and they've always said it's worked. But someone a while ago said, no, I tried signing up and you can't buy it on there. So yeah, I think I'll before that, Trading 2 2 was the only one that I completely definitely knew did Planet 13. But my other shot would be interactive brokers. So yeah. Tim, we talked about Corsair a little bit earlier. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the management team and the balance sheet, and also the valuation compared to the growth you have. I think Turtle Beach is far the better company. So yeah. What are my thoughts on Gangstock? Best company in the world. No, I did not, Jason. Um, I wouldn't say you missed the boat on Huye, Andy. I would just say that be patient and wait for a good opportunity. Maybe wait for a bit of a pullback. And if you're really desperate, there's never anything wrong with like buying a position or a small position and pray that it goes down and then average in if it does go down. So yeah, but it has been on probably a bit too of a good run, but it's very hard to predict where the stock's going to go in the next 1 month. Next thing you know, it might have a 10-20% pullback. At the same time, it might go up. So it's hard to predict. It's now at a bit of a higher valuation. So yeah. That's the debate. Gang better than Greg's. Chris says, here, Turtle Beach, has been on a great run. Should I reduce my position? Personally, for me, you could do if you really wanted to, and if you were short on cash, you could do. Personally, for me, I still think that when you look at Turtle Beach, they still have plenty more of the PS5 sales still to come in, and I think it will still have a very good like Q1, maybe Q2. So, and it's still not bad of a valuation. So I still think there's still probably like I will sell my position on my shares in Turtle Beach within the next 12 months. I just don't know when. So yeah, I mean, you could if you're short on cash, if you want to free some cash up, or you think it's just had a bit of a too good run or anything like that. But the valuation is still pretty cheap. I still think that PS5 sales are still going to be strong. Like you look at PS5 sales and like they're literally like coming in stock on Amazon and like being sold out within an hour. And if you go on the Turtle Beach website, like the products are still all sold out. So I think there's still the demand there for Turtle Beach at the moment. So yeah, I'm quite happy to still hold that one. Brian says, when are stock apps letting people to invest in Tesla and hold like for more than 1 year? I don't know what you mean by that question. What do you mean by letting people invest in Tesla and hold more than a year? If you're buying into Tesla on a broker, you hold it as long as you click that sell button. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Scott, I've not looked into that one now. Oh yes, I have. I have looked into it. I thought it was okay, but I didn't like it enough to buy it. but it does look okay. It is interesting where they're looking to go with it. Thanks, Umar. Gang is an okay buy. It's probably a little bit too much of a good run, and earnings are normally terrible, and it normally has a pullback. But it's not amazing. Like, yeah, you were better buying Gang like a few months ago. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Mark, I think Boohoo's still on the road to £5 in my opinion. Yeah. Right, I'm going to call it there, guys. 140 viewers in the end we made it to. Thank you so much. 140 of you spending your Saturday night watching me talking on YouTube about stocks. So thank you so much, and thanks for the 74 likes as well. Thank you for the guys that also donated as well on the stream. That was really kind of you. But yeah, hopefully we'll do another one sometime soon. Yeah, I love doing live streams with you guys. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. If any of you guys hadn't smashed the like button, if you could, that'd be absolutely amazing. And I'll catch you on tomorrow's video. And don't forget, the stock market's closed on Monday on the US side. It's an error that we all make and forget. But yeah, what day is it on Monday? Why is the stock market closed on Monday? It's a bank holiday in America, and I forgot which one it is. Is it President's Day? I think it's President's Day. So yeah, don't forget about it. We always make the error of going, oh no, why is the stocks not opening? And they're like, oh no, it's bank holiday in America. So yeah, don't forget that. But I think it's this Monday. Hold on, before I go, I can't tell you false information like that. Let me just check if it is President's Day 2021. February the 15th. Yeah. Yeah, so the stock market shouldn't be open on Monday. Couldn't go on false information like that. Right, thanks so much. I'll catch you in a bit, guys.